Hi, this is Marco from Cuscen, the customer-centric business platform designed to streamline your company's operation. In this segment, we are focusing on the inventory task to do section, a key feature for managing your construction projects and materials efficiently. On the left, we have the structured navigation sidebar providing quick access to various operations dashboards. Here, in the task to do inventory is highlighted. In the central pane, displayed is categorized by tasks and their nature. Each row corresponds to a specific inventory related action, symmetrically arranged for immediate overview and access. So if we examine the columns in details, they provide essential information at a glance. Node signifies the task sequence, function defines task categories, from indicates the origin of the task request, and document type along with document number uniquely identify each transaction. The date column timestamps the task, while project and branch associated with specific operational units. The description field provides a brief outline of the task, and the total quantity and total amount columns offering a quantitative measure for inventory movements. Above, you can see the status indicator showing the count of different task type pending actions. This includes construction material request, material issue construction, material receipt, and materials transfer. Each color-coded differentiates and prioritizes tasks effectively. Next, we'll be looking at the tasks to do purchase. And the table is organized, displaying a range of tasks that are provided to purchasing process within your construction projects. Each row within the list presents a discrete purchasing task identified by a sequence number under the no column. The function column specifies the task type, such as construction request or purchase order. From indicates the initiation point of the task, aligning with the corresponding document type and document number for traceability. Date assigns the temporal context of tasks, whereas property branch columns link the task to specific operational sectors. The description column offers narratives of the task, and this is complemented by the total quantity and total amount columns, which quantify the scope of each purchasing activity. If you notice the status indicator located at the top, this provides a quick visual summary of the outstanding tasks, such as purchase quotation, purchase order, purchase request, contractor, and vendor selection, each with a numerical tally for immediate reference. Now we'll be going into distribution, and then from there we'll click on purchase module. We'll head into purchase request, and the purchase request interface of Cuscen is a specialized feature created to manage and track requisitions with precision. So in the center of the screen lies the purchase request list, a clear and concise table that records every requisition within the system. Each entry is clearly shown and enumerated for easy tracking. The table is arranged into columns to ensure that every aspect of the purchase request is transparent. Request number provides a unique identifier for each requisition, while the status indicates its current progress. The branch and project columns align the request to specific organizational divisions and initiatives. The description provides context of it and further detailed by department, date, and required date columns outlining the internal ownership and timeframes. The priority column categorizes the urgency of the request and making sure critical needs are met promptly. Above the list, we see a range of functionalities like add, view, edit, which offer users the ability to manage requests directly. Additionally, filtering options for date ranges. Statuses are more available to customize and view to display only the most relevant information. Below, when you click add, we see a list of items requested, like material codes and descriptions specify that it is being ordered with unit and quantity showing how much is needed. Other columns like segment and approval status give insight into the purchase process, and current price and estimated price detail financial aspects. Functional options such as edit, delete, and print are accessible for straightforward management of the request, while copy and actions provide more control for efficient workflow adjustments. Next, we'll be going to the purchase quotation. At the top, the date filter and status dropdown allow you to refine the view to requests and match your criteria. Below, the waiting list is a table that lists the requests. It's a snapshot of ongoing operations showing open quantities against total requested amounts, which helps in monitoring fulfillment status. Each row on the list is interactive. With a single click, you can drill into the details of each request and move forward with actions, showcasing how the software is very user-centric design. And you can also notice the create option, which offers a streamlined path to action items. Next, if we click add, this is the purchase quotation screen, a crucial component for the purchasing module designed for efficiency and clarity. Here at the top, we have a straightforward form to fill out new purchase quotation. You'll notice fields for inputting the type of purchase, request date, company details, and the required currency, ensuring that every quotation is tailored to your specific need. As we move to the center, you can see the details. This is where you'll enter the product or service you're acquiring. And you can see the attention to details with the fields for material number, descriptions, and even the ability to attach relevant documents. Each line item allows for comprehensive data entry, including unit price, quantity, and estimated price. This makes sure that you can accurately forecast your costs and manage your budget effectively. Next, we'll be going into the purchase order. Purchase order module is the next step in managing your purchase lifecycle within Cuscen. The top filters, similar to those in the purchase request model, allow you to segment and display purchase orders based on period, date, and status. The main table populates with details pertaining to each purchase order created. The columns for PR number, request number, company, branch, and requested by give a quick reference point to understand who's initiating the order and where they are directed. Key data points like request data, priority, total quantity, and open quantity are front and center. This layout is not just about viewing the data, but about interacting with it and allowing for immediate edits or updates as needed. Now, if you click add, we're looking at the purchase order creation screen. This is where the details of a new order are entered and reviewed before submission. At the top, we have fields for PO type, PO date, PO number. These identifiers are essential for tracking and managing orders throughout their life cycles. Next, the company and branch fields anchor the order specific to nodes in your business structure, ensuring precise allocation and tracking internally. Details such as vendor, priority, and description give further context to the order, allowing for better prioritization and vendor management. The financial aspect of the order is also clearly laid out with fields for currency, amount, discount, withholding tax, VAT, and total cost. This is important for reporting key and budget compliance and just oversight as a whole. The blue plus button at the bottom, this is where you would enter the items being ordered along with quantities, prices, and payment terms. The payment offset section provides options for payment scheduling and accounting, which is critical for managing cash flows and vendor relationships. Now we'll go to the purchase receipt, and this screen is a crucial component for managing inflow of goods and services. Here you can monitor the status of receiving items against your purchase orders. The period filter at the top allows you to narrow down receipts based on the time frame you're interested in, so you can ensure the track of deliveries over specific intervals. In the main table, each row represents a receipt, complete with unique receipt number for easy tracking and reference. The status column indicates progress of each receipt, whether it's been released, completed, or is still pending, giving you immediate insight into the state of your orders. Branch and project columns align with each receipt and is designed within your organization and the associate project, and it kind of like centralizes the control over where all the resources are allocated. The description field provides context for the use of received items, which is particularly helpful when coordinating with different departments or different teams and so forth. Vendor code and vendor name fields ensure a lot of transparency and accountability for linking each receipt to its source and simplifying the vendor management. And this interface is basically designed not just for record keeping, but also for action, with tools for editing, deleting, exporting, and printing directly accessible at the top menu. And it kind of just illustrates how Cuscen's comprehensive approach to purchase management. Now if we click add, here we have a purchase receipt creation screen. This is where we begin to log the arrival of goods and services, marking the completion of purchase order. The form starts with the basic identifiers such as type, receipt date, and period, ensuring that each entry is correctly categorized and timestamp for tracking and reporting. You'll input your company and branch information to associate the receipt with the correct segment of your organization, which helps enhance accuracy of inventory and financial records. The vendor field is where you select the supplier from whom you're receiving goods or services, directly linking this receipt to your supplier, to your supply chain operations. The project and route fields allow for detailed tracking of items and their intended use and delivery paths within your company. Beneath the primary details, the item section is where you'll list materials received. This includes attachments, documents, material codes for inventory management, description, units, and quantities. And this interface shows how Cuscen is thorough and very transparent software to use and manage your business needs. Now we'll be looking at landed costs. This interface is essential for a tool for accurately capturing the total cost of purchase, inclusive of shipping, handling, and other associated charges. You'll notice the date range filter at the top, which allows you to view the landed costs recorded within a specific period, ensuring you could track and analyze expenses over time. The central table lists the landed cost records, with each entry identified by an LC number. This unique identifier is crucial for tracking, reconciling costs. The status column provides a quick update on the processing stage of each landed cost record, which is vital for financial planning and reporting. Branch and project fields connect these costs to specific parts of your organization, like I mentioned previously, ensuring that expenses are allocated accurately across your entire business. With vendor code and vendor name columns, this module not only tracks costs, but also maintains a link to your suppliers, aligning with financial data with your supply chain. This streamlined interface allows for easy navigation, and as well, it's easy to just manipulate data with functionality for adding new records, viewing details, editing, or exporting data directly from the screen. Now, if we click Add, this is where you'll see additional costs incurred during the acquisition of goods beyond the purchase price. The form begins with the fundamental sections as the landed cost type, the date, and the unique landed cost number that Cuscen will generate. Company and branch fields again are pre-populated based on your login credentials, ensuring that the costs are assigned to correct parts of your business and how you have it configured. Input the vendor information and currency used for the transaction to maintain accurate and comprehensive financial records. The payment terms and due date fields are crucial for managing cash flow, allowing you to forecast and track payments related to these costs. Assigning a project is optional, but can be useful for tracking costs against specific initiatives or capital expenditures within your company. Vendor reference and description fields for detailed record keeping, providing context for each entry and ensuring that all costs can be audited and understood. Below, the receipt number and invoice number sections are where you'll link landed costs for specific receipts and invoices, closing the loop of this process. Now we'll be going into inventory module and the request transfer. We're looking at the request transfer module. This is where internal requests are moving inventory from one location to another within the company are managed. The date range at the top allows for filtering of transfer requests by specific periods, facilitating easy tracking of material movements over time. In the center, the table will display a list of transfer requests, but as we can see, there's no transfer requests currently displayed, but once active, each request will list a unique request number. The status column will indicate where each request stands, whether pending, approved, or completed, giving a real-time view of your internal logistics. Additional columns, like I mentioned previously, branch, project, description, department, date, or provide further context, as I mentioned, and ensure the transfers are documented in detail. This module is really important, providing organized method for requesting and tracking the movement of goods between different parts of the company. Now, if we click Add, we've entered the request transfer creation screen where internal requests move inventory are initiated. And starting at the top, the form requires input for the request number, which Cuscen automatically generates, ensuring a unique identifier for each transfer. The request date and required date fields are key for timing the transfer, helping to coordinate when items need to be moved. And then you'll note the priority setting, which is essential for managing the sequence of transfers, execution based on urgency, and then assign the request to a specific branch using request branch field, establishing the origin of the inventory movement. The project and department field allow you to link this transfer to specific organizational initiative or cost centers, ensuring that transfers align with your internal accounting and management structure. A description can be added for additional context or instructions regarding the transfer. Below, where items can be listed, you'll input the material being transferred, including details like material code, description, quantity. The stock information section provides a snapshot of where the inventory is currently located and available quantities, assisting in making informed decision about the transfer. This interface provides basically a very comprehensive approach to documenting and managing the internal movement of goods, reflecting how Cuscen is dedicated to optimizing operational efficiency and helping you as a user. Now we'll go into material transfer, which is a centralized location for monitoring and managing requests for moving materials within the company. This period filter at the top enables you to narrow down your view of material transfer within a specific date range, aiding for better tracking and a selectable time period. Below the table lists all the material transfer requests. Each entry is presented with a unique request number, providing easy reference and, of course, traceability. The property column reflects the internal property cost center within your organization, which allows it to be more clear and for you to see where resources are being utilized. The location column indicates the destination of the transfer, which is important for inventory planning. You can also see who has initiated transfer in the request by column, adding a layer of basically accountability to the process. Additional details such as required date, priority, ensure the transfers are processed in a timely and, of course, organized manner according to their industry. And the total quantity and open quantity columns give you a quick snapshot of the quantities involved, and it lets you scale each transfer at a quick glance. With options to print and create directly from the screen, it shows how these are transfers without any delays. If you click Add in this screen, this is where you create a new material transfer document, which is pivotal for documenting internal movement of goods. At the top, the document type preset for good transfer specifies the nature of the transaction. Below that, you'll notice the document number is set to new record, indicating we're initiating a new transfer. The company field auto-populates based on your profile, ensuring the transfer is recorded against the correct business entity, of course. And then you enter the posting date to reflect where the transfer will be recognized in the system, while the posting period helps align it with the correct accounting period. The branches involved in the transfer are specified in the from branch and to branch fields, and they define the origin and destination location within your organization. A description can be provided for context or instructions related to the transfer. In the table below, you'll list the items being transferred. This includes material codes, description, quantities, as well as specifying warehouse from and to which the items are moving. Stock information at the bottom also provides current inventory levels, helping you to make informed decisions on transfer quantities without overextending your resources that you may have on hand. And lastly, we'll be looking at the material receipt, and here it basically displays completed material transfer documents. A green notification bar at the top confirms the successful release of a new transfer document. Just below, the period filter allows you to search for documents within a specific date range, which allows you to do audits and review material movements, of course. And in the main table, each row lists material transfer document marked by unique document number for precise tracking. The status column indicates these documents have been posted, meaning the transactions are finalized and recorded in the system. You can see the branch and project column, which associate each transfer with a specific operational segment and also initiative within the organization. The description provides context of each transfer and so forth, such as what items need to move in different warehouse and ideas like that. Further details like posting period and posting date align the transfer with your calendar, ensuring that all inventory movements are accounted for in the correct period. And this page basically summarizes the material transfer activity, offering clear and internal logistics within your company. Now, if we click Add, this part of the Cuscen system is where we handle the creation of material receipts, which are critical for recording the arrival of goods, of course. At the top of the form, the document type is set, indicating the nature of the receipt. You will see, in this case, it's a direct goods receipt. You will see that the document number is currently labeled new record, which means we're in the process of creating a new entry. The company and branch are predefined based on your profile settings. Like I mentioned previously, the posting date and posting period fields are crucial for accurate financial reporting and inventory tracking. A description can be added to provide context or specific details about the goods being received. In the item section, you will enter material codes, quantities, and any other information regarding the items received. Below the table shows an example of example entry with material code, item description, and designated warehouse completed with quantities and units. And basically, this interface is designed to ensure that every physical receipt of material is accurately reflected in your inventory system. And this just shows how robust the management within Cuscen can be. Thank you for listening to my in-depth demo of this module.